What's up, Top Guns? Welcome back to the channel where legendary quotes become your real-life superpowers. I'm your host, Quote Guy, and today we're sailing into the all-blue with the Straw Hat's legendary cook and blackleg, Vin Smoke Sanji. He's not the loud captain like Luffy. He's not the silent swordsman like Zoro. But Sanji leads with heart, chivalry, sacrifice, and tactical brilliance that quietly holds the entire crew together. In 20-plus years of One Piece, this curly-browed gentleman has dropped more profound leadership lessons than most motivational speakers ever could. Today we're counting down 10 striking leadership lessons Sanji teaches us, with the exact quotes and the soul-crushing moments that prove them. These lessons will make you a better leader at work, in your family, in your team, or even in your own life. Spoiler warning: we're hitting Baratie, Alabasta, Enies Lobby, Thriller Bark, Dressrosa, Whole Cake Island, and beyond. Not caught up? Pause. Binge? Then come back. If you're ready to lead with heart like Sanji, smash that like button right now and let's cook. Subscribe. Ring the bell. We're pushing to 100k Top Guns this year. Let's dive in. Lesson 1. Never deny food to the hungry. Empathy and provision are core leadership. Sanji's entire philosophy was forged in hell. As a starving child on a sinking ship, Zeph saved him by giving him his own leg to eat. From that moment, Sanji swore, "No one will ever go hungry on his watch." Exact quote.
I understand starving people more than anyone. I'll never deny food to someone who's hungry.
In Alabasta, when Baroque Works assassin Jin is starving after defeat, Sanji feeds him a full meal, even though Jin just tried to kill them. That single act of kindness turns a cold killer into someone who later risks his life to warn the crew. Real-life application. Great leaders don't just pay salaries. They make sure their people feel nourished, seen, and cared for. When your team is running on empty, be the one who cooks for them, literally or figuratively. That's how you build unbreakable loyalty. Lesson 2. Be willing to sacrifice yourself in the face of overwhelming odds to protect the team. Dressrosa arc. One of Sanji's most intense stand-up moments. Doflamingo, the warlord controlling strings that can slice cities, flies straight toward the Thousand Sunny to destroy it and end the crew. Sanji launches into the sky alone, intercepts the Yonko-level threat head-on with Diable Jambe blazing, and clashes violently mid-air. He shouts defiance, refusing to let Doflamingo turn his back or advance. "Don't you dare turn your back on me or my Diable Jambe." Sanji fights valiantly, but Doflamingo overpowers him, capturing him in strings like a fly in a spider's web. Sanji is helpless on the verge of death, yet he never backs down or calls for help. He's fully prepared to die right there to buy time for the crew and the Sunny. Law saves him at the last second, but Sanji's willingness to throw his life away without hesitation shows pure sacrificial resolve. Leadership takeaway. When the odds are impossible and the team is exposed, step up alone if you must. Real leaders don't calculate survival odds. They calculate what the team needs and give everything. That's blackleg courage. Lesson 3. Recognize complementary strengths. Together, we can achieve the impossible. Enies Lobby arc. The crew is pushing hard to rescue Robin from CP9 and the world government. Usopp, as Soga King, feels useless after struggling in fights, doubting his worth. Sanji, fresh off saving Usopp from Jayabara, pulls him aside and delivers one of the most motivational teamwork speeches in the series. Everyone has things they can and cannot do. I'll do what you cannot do, and you do what I cannot do. Look and think clearly. As long as you are here, we can save Robin. Sanji reminds Usopp that no one has to be perfect alone. Strengths complement each other. Usopp's sniping precision, later key in shooting the flag keys, pairs perfectly with Sanji's close combat power. This pep talk reignites Usopp's confidence, leading to his clutch moments that help save Robin. Leadership takeaway. Great leaders don't demand everyone be the same. They highlight what each person uniquely brings. When doubt creeps in, remind your team, your part plus, my part, jug fast, victory. That's how underdogs win against the world. Lesson 4. Honor silent sacrifice. Protect morale by keeping heroic acts hidden from the leader. Thriller. Bark arc. After the brutal fight with Moria and Kuma's ultimatum, Sanji first offers his own life to save Luffy, but Zoro knocks him out cold to take the burden himself. Zoro absorbs all of Luffy's accumulated pain and damage from the entire arc, nearly dying in the process. Later, Sanji wakes up, searches frantically, and finds Zoro standing in a pool of his own blood, barely alive. Zoro, on screen. Nothing happened. But others start talking about what Zoro did. Sanji, on screen. Quiet. Never mention this again. Especially, don't let Luffy know. He didn't do it for thanks. He did it to protect the captain and the crew. If Luffy finds out, the guilt would crush him and undermine everything. Bystander murmurs. Sanji's exact stance, paraphrased. Zoro's act was selfless protection, not a bid for thanks. So keep it secret to preserve the captain's heart and the crew's forward momentum. Leadership takeaway. Sometimes the greatest acts of loyalty are the ones that stay hidden. A true leader, or second in command, protects not just bodies, but morale and emotional load. Shield your captain, leader, from unnecessary guilt so they can keep leading without breaking. That's profound emotional intelligence. Lesson 5. Use intelligence and tactics over brute force. Lead with strategy. Sanji isn't just legs. He's one of the crew's sharpest minds. Classic move. In Alabasta, he becomes Mr. Prince, tricks Crocodile, secures the log pose, and single-handedly saves the crew from drowning in the desert. Later in Anai's lobby, he infiltrates the sea train like a spy, takes out multiple CP9 agents, and activates the critical mechanism. Leadership hack. Brute force wins battles. Strategy wins wars. Be the cook who plans 3 steps ahead while everyone else is still swinging. Lesson 6. Teach forgiveness and chivalry. A real leader forgives and upholds principles. In his lobby arc. During the intense fights with CP9, Sanji faces Khalifa, a powerful female agent. True to his unbreakable code, he refuses to hit a woman, even when it puts him at a disadvantage. Chopper, watching and learning, starts to understand the deeper meaning behind Sanji's chivalry. Sanji imparts a key life lesson to the young doctor and the audience with this iconic line. A real man is someone who forgives a woman for her lies. This isn't just about romance. It's about integrity, compassion, and refusing to let bitterness or revenge define you. Sanji teaches Chopper and us that true strength includes mercy and forgiveness, even when it hurts your own position. His principles shape the crew's moral compass, inspiring growth in the next generation. Leadership takeaway. Leaders don't just enforce rules. They model values that build character. Teach forgiveness where it matters. Uphold your code even under pressure. And watch your team become better people. Lesson 7. Never hit women. Uphold unbreakable personal principles. Expanded concept. Explanation. Sanji's refusal to strike women is not mere chivalry or flirtation. It is an ironclad, non-negotiable principle rooted in his respect for life, vulnerability, and the idea that true strength lies in restraint. This code often puts him at a severe disadvantage, e.g., against Khalifa or Black Maria. Yet he never wavers. It teaches that leadership isn't just about winning. It is about winning with integrity. Principles define character. Compromising them for convenience erodes trust and self-respect. In real life, this translates to refusing unethical shortcuts, e.g., cutting corners at work, exploiting others, even when it's easier or profitable. People follow leaders whose actions match their words, even under pressure. Core quote, repeated for emphasis. A real man is someone who forgives a woman for her lies. This line, from Eni's lobby during after the Khalifa fight context, extends his no-harm rule to emotional mercy and forgiveness. Additional quotes and examples. I'll never kick a woman, even if I die. Sanji's vow during multiple fights, e.g. against Khalifa in Eni's lobby and Black Maria in Wano. He endures beatings and near defeat rather than break this rule. A man who can't wipe away a woman's tears isn't a real man, referenced in fan compilations and implied in his protective behavior toward Nami, Viola, etc. This shows his principle extends to emotional support. Concept example. 1. In Wano against Black Maria, a powerful female beast pirate, Sanji is battered and restrained, but refuses to counterattack directly, opting for evasion and strategy until allies help. This restraint earns him quiet respect and models that principle's short-term victory. Concept example 2. Early Bharati arc. Sanji protects women, even enemies, instinctively, contrasting with the ruthless pirate world. It inspires Zeph's pride and shows how living by a code builds long-term reputation. Real-life parallel. A manager who refuses to gossip about colleagues, even when tempted, or a coach who won't cheat to win. Integrity builds loyalty that brute results cannot. Leadership. Takeaway. Expanded. Your principles are your brand. When tested, doubling down on them, even at personal cost, inspires deeper trust than any victory speech. Lesson 8. Step up as emotional support and morale booster. Expanded concept. Explanation. Sanji doesn't just feed bodies, he feeds hope, confidence, and emotional resilience. After every major battle, his feasts serve as ritual healing. Physical recovery plus psychological reset. He intuitively checks on the crew's mental state, comforting Nami during fear, boosting Chopper's insecurity, making Brook laugh despite loneliness. This is servant leadership at its finest, prioritizing others' well-being to keep the team functional and motivated. In high-stress environments, emotional support prevents burnout and maintains cohesion far better than orders alone. Core quote.
As long as I have something to protect, I'll keep fighting, even if it costs my life. Repeated motif, tying his morale role to protection.
Additional quotes and examples.
Don't worry, Nami-san. I'll protect you with my life. Common during crises, e.g., Arlong Park aftermath or Skypia. He reassures through action and words. Everyone's tired, but a good meal will fix that. Implied in post-battle cooking scenes across arcs. Feast becomes symbolic reset.
Concept example. 1. Post-Enies lobby. Sanji cooks a massive celebratory meal, helping the crew process trauma and reaffirm bonds. Concept example. 2. Whole Cake Island. Despite his own suffering, he keeps the crew's spirits up indirectly by ensuring they escape safely, and his return brings emotional relief. Concept. Example 3. Zoo arc. He comforts the crew about his departure through letters, softening the blow and maintaining hope. Real-life parallel. A project manager who notices team burnout and organizes team lunches, breaks, or a parent who cooks comfort food during tough times. Emotional fuel keeps performance sustainable. Leadership takeaway. Expanded. Morale is a resource. Leaders who invest in emotional well-being through small acts like listening, celebrating wins, or providing comfort create teams that endure longer and perform better under pressure. Lesson 9. Stand by your captain's dream while providing honest reality checks. Expanded concept explanation. Sanji is fiercely loyal to Luffy's Pirate King dream, yet he balances blind faith with pragmatic realism. He supports reckless plans but offers grounded advice to avoid disaster, e.g., cautioning against unnecessary risks. This is complementary leadership, the second-in-command role that tempers vision with execution feasibility. In Whole Cake, he leaves to protect the crew. Reality check. Big Mom's power is overwhelming, but returns committed to the dream. True deputies amplify the leader's strengths while mitigating blind spots. Core. Quote. I'm with you till the end. Implied in his actions and loyalty throughout. Additional quotes and examples. Captain's orders are absolute, but if it's suicide, I'll stop you. Paraphrased from multiple moments where he pulls Luffy back, e.g., early arcs or Whole Cake planning. Luffy, don't die before me. Emotional line showing deep investment in the dream's survival. Concept. Example 1. Whole Cake Island. Sanji's departure letter is a reality check. Protect the crew first. But he fights back to rejoin because abandoning the dream is unacceptable. Concept example 2. Dressrosa. He strategizes Sunny defense while trusting Luffy's big moves, blending support with tactical input. Concept example 3. Post-time skip. Sanji often acts as the voice of reason during Luffy's impulsive decisions, e.g., against Big Mom alliance risks. Real-life parallel. A COO who fully backs the CEO's vision but flags operational risks, ensuring ambitious goals remain achievable. Leadership takeaway. Expanded. Loyalty without honesty is dangerous. The best support challenges the leader constructively, protecting the dream from self-destruction. 10. Turn personal trauma into strength and compassion for others. Expanded concept. Explanation: Sanji's abusive Vinsmoke upbringing, cold ambition, rejection, forced experiments, could have hardened him into cruelty. Instead, it forged radical empathy. He feeds the hungry because he starved, protects women because of his mother's kindness, rejects elitism because he was deemed weak. This is post-traumatic growth, transforming pain into service. Leaders who process trauma healthily become more compassionate, relatable, and effective at uplifting others. Core. Quote, "My old man Zeph would be sad if I became like you." To judge in Whole Cake Island, rejecting his biological family's values. Additional quotes and examples. "I was born weak, but Zeph taught me strength is in protecting others." Paraphrase from Backstory Reflections. "No one should ever go hungry again." Core vow from childhood starvation. Concept example. 1. Whole Cake Island. He refuses to become a cold killer like his siblings, choosing compassion even toward enemies. Concept example 2. Bharati. Saves starving Jin, turning potential enemy into ally because he remembers his own hunger. Concept example 3. Protects weak crew members, Chopper, Brook, from mockery, drawing from his own rejection. Leadership takeaway. Expanded. Pain is inevitable. How you channel it defines you. Turn wounds into wisdom and service. The most powerful leaders are those who've been broken and rebuilt kinder. Top Guns. Those are the 10 striking leadership lessons Sanji teaches us. My personal favorite? Lesson 3. Complementary strengths to save Robin. Or Lesson 6's chivalry lesson to Chopper. Which one hit you hardest? Drop the number in the comments. I read every single one. If this video warmed your heart and fired you up, smash like, subscribe, and share with one friend who needs Sanji energy today. Next week we're doing another legend. Stay tuned. Until then, keep your kicks flaming and your heart open. This is Quote Guy signing off. See you on the Grand Line.